A trend wreaking havoc in Connecticut on our roadways, street takeovers. The latest incident report just 2 days ago in Vernon, with several street takeover events taking place all across Connecticut in recent weeks. So we wanted to learn exactly what is being done to tackle the ongoing issue. So joining us now is Sergeant Christine Jeltema with Connecticut State Police to talk more about the action that law enforcement is taking. First off, good morning.
Good morning.
This is a growing issue that we are seeing not only on the roadways, but just a couple of days ago in Vernon, we saw a parking lot completely full of cars. So for people that don't know, because I think there's a little bit of controversy around this, what exactly is a street takeover? Because it's not just something that's happening on our highways.
Correct. So this actually is a nationwide issue. It's not only affecting Connecticut, but it's affecting everybody here nationwide. And what a street takeover is, essentially it's a group of spectators, people with cars that they may have souped up or they have modified for either street racing or whatever. They take over areas, whether it's a commuter parking lot, a business parking lot, streets in a local town like we saw in Tolland, Bristol, some other local cities and towns, or up on the highways, and essentially not allowing anybody else in or stopping traffic and creating some type of a group where it could look overwhelming to the public and to even law enforcement, having a bunch of people in one area, whether they're doing burnouts or they're just hanging out in these areas.
And they have become dangerous in many situations. We saw in Tolland a couple of weeks ago, I think it was actually a little over a month ago, they were standing on this woman in this man's car, getting a little bit violent, raising their voices at people. So there is a danger to it as well. Now, I do notice that whenever Connecticut State Police puts out alerts about this, you mentioned that it's local but also federal agencies involved on this. Why is it so important to have that interconnectivity between local, state, and federal?
Yes, so the collaboration between everybody with our federal agents is huge, not only because they can help us with our investigations, but they allow for us, we have billboards up on a bunch of areas throughout the state, and their help with that and having that connection with those billboards has helped us as well. Some of the things that they've also helped with is they have certain databases that we don't have access to, and we have the ability now, working with them, to get access to some of these databases to help us identify who some of these key players are in these street takeover rings.
Yeah, and we have seen some of the quote-unquote ringleaders getting in trouble for this. But what are some of the consequences for anyone that might be saying, oh, you know, this is something that I got invited to, I want to come, I want to watch? Sure. There are consequences involved.
Yes. So as you saw in Vernon, there was a commuter parking lot. There were hundreds of vehicles there. Nobody was arrested in that. So we ask that if anybody wants to partake in this, to do it responsibly, be respectful. If there's any type of property damage, or we saw in Tolland where a woman and her husband or partner were, their vehicle was damaged. Things like that could be very dangerous, and people can get arrested for that. And also, some of these vehicles often have misuse of license plates. So in the event that somebody is in trouble or we catch them in a traffic stop or whatever, their vehicles can get towed and they can be held as evidence and might not be able to get them back until after their court proceedings, if they're allowed to get them back. There's also some types of charges depending on what's going on. Enticing a riot, those are felony charges, and if these are young adults who might have a future ahead of them, this potentially could affect some type of future career if they're looking for a job as they get older.
Absolutely. So, you know, Connecticut State Police, local, state, and also federal officials are out there, are monitoring this. They do see the social media posts that go up there. Now, I do want to switch gears a little bit, but we are running out of time. I do want to mention, in just the last 48 hours, we have had 4, possibly even 5 fatal crashes on our roadways. As the traffic lady, I feel enticed to talk about this because it is a huge issue that we are seeing right now.
Yes, so we know we are in the 100 deadliest days of the year, from Memorial Day to Labor Day, and we just ask if anybody's going to be out and about, wear your seatbelt. ditch those distractions, be mindful of the laws, be mindful of everything that's going around, and not become reckless when you're out on the roadways, because we don't like responding to these fatalities.
No.
We don't like telling these family members that a loved one has been killed.
This is a very difficult topic to talk about, but it is one that we have seen so many times. I report on it each and every day, and it's just tragic to see yet another life lost every single day. So do your part, put the distractions down, keep your eyes on the road, and if you need a ride, just email me. I'll come gladly get you if you need a ride. We want everyone to be safe out there. Sergeant Deltimo, we always appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.
We're going to switch gears now and take a live look